Hi there, welcome to Appalachian State University's Veterinary Technology Program Virtual Information Session. We are so happy to have you joining us here today. As you're watching this recording, please introduce yourself in the chat. We would love to know where you are from in the country, in North Carolina, wherever. We would also love to know if there's any questions specifically that you have right now that you would like for us to answer during today's session. If you think of something as this video is playing, please feel free to type that as well in the chat box, or hold your questions and we will have plenty of time to answer them live with our hosts. Also, if you are coming as a credentialed technician that is going to be wanting to complete their bachelor's degree, if you're a true freshman, or if you are coming in with any type of transfer credits, we would love to know a little bit about yourself as well. So what we're going to talk about in this video is I'm going to introduce you to the program staff. We're going to talk about our mission, vision, and values. We're going to talk about why you are looking and potentially considering enrolling here at App State, and why you might be wanting to consider a career in veterinary technology. I will also be going over the curriculum, advising, clinical externships, engagement opportunities for our online program, and then also our commitment to well-being. I want to just take a minute and introduce you to the leadership team. The voice that you're hearing throughout this presentation is me. I'm Jen Serling. I am the program director for the Veterinary Technology program. Joining me on the leadership team is Rebecca Newman, my assistant director and current well-being coordinator. Leah Wright, who's director of our clinical programs. Dr. Jason Stanhill is a lecturer and assistant clinical director. Mary Beth McKee is our lead instructional designer, who basically makes sure that all of our classes are engaging and up to par for you guys. And Hannah Huff is our academic advisor, who you all will meet as you progress through the program. I'd also like to show you some of our amazing and talented faculty. You'll notice that we have just a whole wide range of various specialties that teach in our program. It allows us to deliver the most highest quality and amazing, engaging content for you as an online veterinary technology student. Here's just some other of our amazing, talented faculty. I also want to point out that Dr. Jason Stanhill is our programmatic veterinarian as well as our assistant clinical director. We always like to start off these info sessions by talking about the mission, vision, and values of our program. Our vision is to shape the future of veterinary medicine. We're going to do this by cultivating an innovative educational experience and advance a thriving veterinary community. We want this to be a great experience for you, but we also want you to feel invigorated, we want you to feel engaged, and we really want you to feel a part of the veterinary technology program. Part of the reason why we do this is we do have our core values. Our core values are well-being, which I'll talk about at the end of this presentation, as well as curiosity. We are a medical profession. We are a science profession. You got to be curious. Also, we're providing nursing care to our patients, so you need to have compassion, but you also need to have integrity. And last of all, we really strongly believe in optimism. This is an amazing field. Many of us on this team have been in the field for more than 10, 20, even 30 years, and we truly believe that it's a wonderful profession, and we're very excited to share it with you. And as we delve into things, I do want to address something that comes up quite frequently in our info sessions and questions with potential students is this is not a pathway to veterinary school. Veterinary nursing or veterinary technology is a profession in and of itself. While there's a lot of great technicians that go on to veterinary school and make amazing veterinarians, veterinary nursing is its own program. We don't meet the same qualifications and prerequisites that you need to get into veterinary school. So if you know for sure that you're planning, you want to go to a college of veterinary medicine and achieve your DVM, then talk to one of us, talk to your academic advisor, because you're definitely going to need to be taking different classes. So the purpose of the program is to provide a rigorous yet flexible and accessible degree that's going to lead you to a bachelor's in veterinary technology. We are the very first online full four-year degree program. There are other programs that have bachelor's completions or two-year associate's degrees, but in regards to full four-year from start to finish, we are the first one. We do have on-site clinical skills opportunities throughout the United States. There is a significant shortage of credentialed veterinary technicians. The goals of our program, what we want to do is we want to strengthen that pipeline of veterinary technicians and veterinary nurses. We want to make sure that there isn't problematic access to care throughout the United States. And by supporting the veterinarians, by giving the credentialed technicians and trained graduates, we're going to help strengthen that availability. We want to improve sustainability within our profession by, again, providing the profession with competent entry-level credentialed technicians that are ready to go kind of take on the day, and that we also want to elevate the role of the veterinary technician or veterinary nurse, depending on how you like to call it. A lot of people use both terms. So another question that we get asked quite a bit is, what is the difference between doing a 2 versus 4-year degree? And what's the value of getting your bachelor's degree versus an associate's degree? The basic answer that I like to give is more education is never a bad thing. Any employer, anybody that's telling you it's never a good idea to go to school and to get a degree is not worth listening to. Education is crucial for all of us. So currently there are 2 distinct options for veterinary technician programs. Again, you've got your 2-year associate's degree to take your state boards, and then you've got your 4-year bachelor's degree. There are expanded opportunities for graduates that go above and beyond those entry-level associate degree programs. So if you're looking at going into any type of management, government, sales, various professional opportunities, having that bachelor's degree is definitely going to help make you more marketable, and typically will also lead to higher pay opportunities. Also, increasing professional opportunities is going to help improve the overall career satisfaction, like I mentioned, compensation, and it's going to give give anyone a better longevity and also retention in the profession. Again, education is the key. Education is important. So never ever hesitate to continue on your educational journey. So in regards to career prospects, I like this taken from one of the vet tech associations, and this has made the rounds on social media for a number of years, but I really love it because it really kind of shows you all the various avenues that credentialed technicians have. Whereas when I started way back when in the 80s, you were pretty much limited to either large animal or dog and cat companion animal. There were not VTS specialties. There were not a whole lot of specialty clinics. It was, very much limited as to what we could do. However, nowadays, really sky's the limit, and this schematic actually can be changing on a daily basis. With that bachelor's degree, you can really kind of chart your own course into what you might be interested in doing. But kind of as you can see this, not just going into your GPs, but also going into specialty clinics, working in the industry in regards to sales, pharmaceuticals, regulatory, working in nonprofits into various types of shelter or advocacy areas, working in the government, going into research facility, and then lastly, coming back here maybe and teaching for us here at App State or teaching in another opportunity. So now we're going to look a little bit into the curriculum that you're going to be experiencing while you're here at the Vet Tech program. So here's just some examples of the various educational opportunities and course areas that you're going to be taking. You can see they kind of start out in regards to, we all need to learn your basic anatomy and physiology. But from there, you're going to delve deeper into a whole variety of opportunities, such as small animal, large animal nursing, exotic and lab animal. You're going to learn about clinical pathology, so knowing about your various types of blood cells, how the body reacts to various disease processes, how to do different types of lab work and how to run those labs appropriately. We're going to talk about behavior and handling all of those different species, dentistry, pharmacology, anesthesia, analgesia, which is pain control, communication, leadership styles, and so much more. This is going to give you a really well-rounded educational opportunity and really get you guys prepared into entering the workforce as extremely competent and highly sought after veterinary technicians. And this slide just goes over basically kind of the requirements for the overall 4-year program. You've got approximately 44 hours of your general education requirements. There's 76 hours of major requirements. The CVTA required curriculum, which we need for our accrediting body, constitutes about approximately 53 hours. You also are going to be required to complete 15 hours in a veterinary studies focus area, typically during your, toward the end of your junior, usually senior year. You can look into companion animal focus area, which is going to focus on dog, cat, and the specialties, the VTS specialties, practice management, and then also One Health, which currently encompasses public health, large animal, equine, and then also lab animal and exotic animal. If you can't decide, which is like me, I want to take all the courses, you can actually do a pick and choose, and as long as you get the 15 hours, you can pick between the 3 various focus areas as well. And then your required cognate courses of your biology, chemistry, math, and public health. Total to graduate from the program is going to be 120 credit hours. Something else we want you to be aware of as you progress through the program is we do utilize a pedagogy called team-based learning, or TBL, and this is used in some capacity in all of our vet tech courses. For our 1,000 level courses, which is VTN 1030 and 1040, these have a once a week synchronous component or a live session. So you'll need to meet on Zoom once a week, and those, when you register for the courses, the dates and times are listed in Banner. So those you'll need to meet once a week, and that's where we really introduce you to the team-based learning concept. Our 2,000 through 4,000 level courses, those don't have any live meeting component. Those are done what we call asynchronously. So you're going to be given, the courses will open, you'll be given specific due dates, and you need to meet those due dates. But typically, any type of meeting with a person is going to be done on your own schedule that works for you. We utilize TBL because, as you can see, it's called team-based learning. Well, if you think about veterinary medicine is what I call a team-based sport. We can't do things on our own. We need the members of our veterinary team to help us accomplish the best care for our patients. So we want you guys to learn how to function as a team very early on in your studies. So TBL is a really great way to teach you how to communicate, to both give and receive constructive feedback, and really learn how to function as a cohesive team. For academic advising, you are required to meet with your academic advisor every semester in order to receive your PIN number. Until you have officially declared your major and been matriculated into the College of Arts and Sciences, you're going to be actually housed in the University College Advising Center. Rest assured, they know all about our program, and they'll do best to guide you into making sure that you meet the goals so that you can declare yourself a veterinary technology major. You're going to meet with your assigned academic advisor every semester to discuss your various class options, program requirements, and make sure that you're progressing towards graduation. All right, one of the best parts about taking this program is going to be your clinical externship opportunities. This is where you're going to get down and dirty, hands-on with all those amazing animals that you love so much. So there's 2 courses that you'll be taking in the program that do require you to perform specific tasks in a veterinary clinical facility. If you are a credentialed technician that is here completing your bachelor's degree and you've already graduated from an AVMA program, you can go ahead, get a drink, take a nap, because this slide will actually not apply to you. For everyone else, though, however, you do need to attempt and successfully perform specific skills that are set forth by the AVMA or accrediting body. And then what you're going to be doing is you'll be recording yourself doing those videos and submitting those to be evaluated by our faculty members. So VTN 2998 and 3998 are going to give you that hands-on experience of everything that you've learned in your courses so far, and you're going to be performing those within a veterinary clinical practice. You can potentially request a specific clinic. However, clinics do need to meet certain qualifications and requirements by our accrediting body, so not every clinic site is approved, but definitely get a hold of our clinicals team and talk to them, and they will absolutely work with you to try to get you set up at a clinical site in your area that you're wanting to hopefully go to. Some course requirements from students of these two courses before you attempt to touch basically any live animal is you do need to have a pre-exposure rabies vaccination, or you need to have a rabies titer if you've already been vaccinated. We also require a background check, which the school is going to initiate. And then, as I stated, all of your essential skills will be done by video. You are supervised on site by a DVM or a credentialed technician. However, the skills themselves are evaluated by our faculty members. And again, this is a credentialing body requirement. Students should complete VTN 1030, 1040, and their 2000 level courses before they enroll in VTN 2998, and your academic advisor can help guide you through that progression and get you ready for your clinical externship sites. You also do need to have permission from the clinical coordinator as well. These VTN 2998 are 3 credit hours each. They are approximately 210 hours per semester, so you're going to be getting a total of about 420 hours in a veterinary facility. So while we are an online program, we do have some awesome opportunities for you to engage with not just your fellow classmates, but also the faculty in the program as well. So in summer of 2024, we offered a large animal boot camp, and this provided an opportunity for App State Vet Tech students to meet up at a farm in Virginia, and they were able to accomplish their large animal, exotic, avian, and then also lab animal skills. What's nice about this is you do get to work directly with App State classmates and instructors. The boot camp itself, it is not required for you to attend, nor is it guaranteed. The farm, however, that we work with is a facility that is approved by the school so that you can utilize to go down there if you're willing to travel to Virginia to acquire all of those large animal and avian skills. We also offer what we call our SCNAFTA. SCNAFTA is the student chapter of the National Association of Veterinary Technicians in America. What's nice about this one is we do have online monthly meetings. We are hoping in the future to provide in-person opportunities for meetups, but it is a good way to get to know your other classmates. You can run for office, and this is a great way to hone your leadership skills, but then also give back to various communities. We've raised money for various shelters. We've done other fundraising opportunities such as designing a t-shirt contest, and it's just a really good way to get to know other vet tech students. Something that I'm very passionate about is we do offer international trips every summer. We've worked with EDU Africa in the past, and we plan to offer 1 international trip per year to work with animals in various areas throughout the globe. The last 2 years, we will have gone to Africa. These are just some various pictures of the first time that we went in June of 2024, and you can see that we got to experience a whole bunch of different things, but this is a really great way, again, to get to know classmates and faculty in person and to see some amazing animals and experience some amazing opportunities. So lastly, what I want to talk about is our commitment to well-being, and we think well-being is extremely important for all veterinary professionals. And I love this quote by Dr. Martin Seligman, and well-being is to increase flourishing by increasing positive emotion, engagement, positive relationships, meaning, and accomplishment. And I think that's really does a beautiful job of really summing up how we kind of function as a whole in this program and how we kind of all strive to function this way in the veterinary profession. So specific components of our well-being program is we do have our dedicated well-being coordinator, and we really strive to provide support at both the individual but also group and program levels. We integrate well-being competencies into our curriculum, as you'll see as you go throughout the program, and we also do conduct periodic surveys, and we use those to evaluate and refine and shape our well-being, not just competencies, but how we incorporate well-being into the program. So it's very, very important, and we really love that we're one of the few programs that have really kind of, highlighted this and made a commitment to it. So I want to just thank you for listening to our presentation today. Now we're going to go ahead and we're going to open it up for any questions that you may have typed in the chat box or any questions that you may want us to answer live. Thank you again so much for coming, and I look forward to seeing you guys in the Vet Tech program.